So we are looking at what is SSB interview, right? So this is a roughly 5 days process in which you will be put through a number of tests. There is a stage one and a stage two, right? In stage one, there are two tests based on which you will be screened in. And after that, the stage two has got many different tests, both indoor and outdoor, right? And there are certain points which I want you to remember before we go into the SSB process per se. Okay. What are they? Now I've compiled these points basically for parents and aspirants both. Even though you're not parents, it is worthwhile to know these points. Let me cover them one by one. It is your life, so you need to know these. So, early experiences in your life play an important role in shaping your personality. Whatever conditions you've undergone in your childhood, in your student time, it will all have some impact on your personality. However, you can work on yourself to create a positive outcome of these early experiences because not everyone's experiences are pleasant. We may have had pleasant experiences, we may have had not so pleasant experiences. However, all these are part of your learning through life, and it also makes you a better human being. Then comes the basic intelligence. How to develop basic intelligence. This is one important thing you need to know because basic intelligence is developed through a child, even during adolescent stage, like you, and it also keeps improving upon time by doing activities in life. What does it mean? A small child, it starts playing, it falls down, it cries, then it gets up on the own, try to touch things, look at people, listen to sounds. So it uses all the five senses to have a lot of experience about the world, the life around the child. Why is it important for you? Is as young adults, most of you are glued to the digital world, the internet. Even today, I was, studying about the effect of AI. AI is making us all lazy. We want quick solution. We don't want to put the effort in getting some data or collecting it ourselves. We go to Chat GPT or any other similar AI tool, and we get what we want. This is not the way to learn. You have to do practical things in life, hands on, where all your five senses are exercised. So, this is a very important point. If you want to polish your personality, improve your OLQs, you need to have real life experience. Of course, I'll be covering more on how to get this real life experience in my later classes. Healthy relationships, the relationships you have with people could have been nice, healthy, happy, or even otherwise. However, whatever you undergo in life, you need to learn from those and create a better version of yourself as time passes by. Again, expressing feelings and developing talent. It also encompasses the emotional aspect, the emotional intelligence, and developing of talent. For those of you who attended the last class, I have shared my mantra with you. What John C. Maxwell said. That is one single mantra with which you can develop talent. As you develop talent, as you work on yourself, you will find that your overall intelligence, overall capabilities, everything increases. Then placing limits on behavior, of course, this is more for parents. However, for you as youngsters, I would recommend that don't do anything too much. Too much of everything is bad. Remember this always. You have to have a moderation in whatever you do, whether it's enjoyment, whether it's eating, whether it's partying, or anything. So everything has to be in limits. Next is the types of officers entry. I'm sure all of you know this. I don't have to cover this. I'll move on to the next one. So for aspirants, this is the most important thing that you need to pay attention to, right? A lot of people looks like you're feeling a bit bored, but these are all important things you need to pay attention. Okay. Yeah, how to prepare? First is learn with a friend. Basically, you should have an accountability partner with whom you can share your aspirations. You can push each other and help each other grow. Because sometimes, if you're preparing alone, we feel lazy, we don't get enough motivation. So, at least if one person is not so motivated, the other person can push, and vice versa. So, how you can interact with this friend, the accountability partner, is that you discuss these subjects, you take a feedback about your performance, you can have mock interviews at your own level, practice the psychological tests, then learning new things, broadening perspective. For example, one of you can focus on how the trade war between US and China has affected the whole world. The other person can look at something different, how the economy of India is performing. That way, you gain from each other as to what is happening around in the world. Of course, it's not only about current affairs, you can also work on other subjects as well in the same method. And the last is prepare for real life dynamics. What does it mean? As I told you already, get on to physical activities. By physical, I mean offline activities. Just get out of the online world, spend maximum time in the real world. Then you will understand a lot of things, and your experiences during such exercises will help you do well in the SSB interview. How? I'll be talking about it later. Then engage actively. Basically, you have some kind of a fixed and regular routine. It should not be that you work hard for today, prepare, both of you sit together and prepare, and after a week, you again come back saying, so much of work and all that. Even if it is a small amount of time you spend every day for this, It should be continuous. Try to keep it as regular as possible. Then yes, continuous improvement is something which is mandatory. Every day you should be a better version of you compared to yesterday. Small improvements. It is not required that you make a big improvement. For example, if say in physical activities, if you are able to do 10 push-ups yesterday, you should be able to do 11 today. That's fine. Tomorrow attempt 12. But the progress has to be steady. It should not be a haphazard preparation where you are putting all effort on one day and doing nothing on the other day. They're doing a partial effort on the third day. So that is not acceptable. It should be a continuous, focused preparation. Stay consistent and motivated. Yes, this is one issue. Like some of you have this problem, especially when you do not score good marks, you don't feel like studying. In case you already attempted SSB and you've not been successful, you feel, is it possible? Can I clear it? The self doubt and all that comes. But understand that this is a common thing that happens to everyone. Even I had this problem when I completed my degree and I was applying for the TGC entry and CDS entries. I was, really not very sure about myself. I wasn't clear. Thankfully, my friends and my mentors motivated me, gave me a lot of strength, and told me that this is a passing phase. You are really motivated. You have done well in NCC. You have done well in other preparatory activities. So you'll do well. Don't worry. Just go and give the SSB exam, the SSB interview with full confidence. That worked for me. Next is preparing physically and mentally. You know that this is a physical as well as mental personality development. So be regular in your morning run. In case you are a gymmer, you can do that as well, or play any sports or games. Keep yourself active, sweat every day. That is very important. Then comes the personality development, how to develop your personality. In a single phrase, your personality has been summarized. A well adjusted personality. Basically, that means you are supposed to be a all-rounder. You should be adaptable to the environment, whatever way it changes, and you should be able to cheerfully participate in anything that you do and come out successfully. Now, let's see what these points say. Intellectual effectiveness. This comes with clear thinking. If your mind is cluttered with the reels and shorts and various digital inputs that you keep getting every now and then, you will not be able to think. So, for that, you need to keep your mind calm and avoid unwanted stimulus which comes from outside. Second is insight. Basically, insight means you evaluate yourself, you think about yourself, you sit quiet and see what you have done that day, how the day went, how the problems that you faced have resulted in whatever result it has given, how you have responded to that. So all these need to be thought of and you'll be able to find out better solutions the next time. Work and recreation. They say all work and no play makes you dumb. So have a balance between work as well as some kind of a pleasure activities, whether it's meeting friends, watching movies, listening to songs, or doing anything for that matter, any adventure sports or any other activity that you may like to do. So that's also important. You need to have some hobbies. Even if you don't have any hobby now, just See what you like and start a hobby. It always gives you a lot of calmness and a lot of cheerfulness. Seek to solve problems. Okay, now we have a habit as Indians. Say we are walking in the road. Somebody has thrown some piece of garbage in the middle of the road. How do we react? Okay, somebody has thrown it. Maybe the municipal workers will come and lift it. We are not getting into the issue. We are not doing our bit in the community. This is a small problem. Okay, there are few ways to solve it. One is that you pick it up and put it in the dustbin. Then you don't make that mistake later in life, or tell the authorities for better cleaning facilities in that place. So that way you have to volunteer to solve problems. When you come home, you may find that one table or chair is not in its place and it is lying here and there. I'll give a best example. As you enter your house, you will find chappals thrown around at the entrance. Like most Indian houses have this system. Before you go into the house, you remove your chappals and you just leave it wherever it is. So every person does it. Say if there are 4 or 5 people in the family, you will find so many pairs of chappals and shoes thrown around in front of the entrance door. What do we do? Every day we see that. Every day we do that and go into the house. Have we ever thought, let me put all these in the rack? Let me at least put them in an order. So these are small issues in which you have to proactively start solving problems around you. There comes a sense of responsibility. You should not be a person who says it is somebody else's job, let somebody else do it. Whatever you can do, you should take responsibility for that and do it. Security. Security actually means that you should be always mindful of a safe environment. Security is of many varieties. It could be physical security, it should be internet security, it could be some other security. A lot of such security related aspects are there. But generally, you should be security conscious. Number 7 is very important because the youngsters of today are not tolerant to stress. Even if a small thing happens around you, you feel so stressed, you react violently. Whether it is a exam failure, whether it is a relationship issue, or even some kind of a financial issue, immediately you get stressed. So that you should get over with, because if you get used to getting stressed for small things, your SSB interview will be a big challenge for you, because wantedly a lot of stressful situations are created for you in the SSB interview, especially in the group tasks. So if you're a person who gets stressed, who gets worried, who reacts violently to the stress, you are likely to lose. So always keep a calm mind. Don't react to the situations. Evaluate the situation and give the correct response. That is the right way to do it. This I've already covered in one of my previous class, and I'll be covering this later also. This we've already covered. Social awareness. I don't have to stress this. You all know what it means. And yes, humor. Never be serious all the time. Be smiling. Have yes, Subrata.
Jain sir, there's quite a lot of points you have like you have mentioned so far regarding like our aspect, like the aspirants aspect that we should be checking for. And I mean, I was trying to like align myself with all the points that you have just mentioned, and was like trying to find the common ground, maybe, let's say. And I mean, all the points I found was like pretty okay to go with, but just one of those things, I don't know. It's just maybe my own personal. I don't want to call it a problem, but like maybe my own personal issue, or maybe just finding other people, or maybe it could be common with other people. I don't know. But the thing is like staying consistent and motivation. Like what happens is for example, let's say I'll put it a bit in a more not so specific way so that it becomes understandable for everybody. Thing is, let's say for a lot of times we face different consequences or let's say different situations that arise around us, different perspective, different. We have to move into a new environment, let's say, and environment doesn't necessarily mean like different people, but kind of let's say shifting out of a place that you know where you have to find something, where you know what is settled at which place. And what I find problem is like to tell myself, okay, look, you're let's say using 80% of your energy. What you used to have 80% of your energy at where you were there earlier at some place. Now you have to use 110% of your energy to maintain the same pace or maybe to put out the same amount of work. So I think it sometimes becomes a bit like it, I think covers two things like stress control and staying consistent. Those two things. So sometimes it just gets a bit difficult for me to I don't know keep my battery up and keep telling myself okay look maybe you're having to put out a lot more but okay the basics are getting done, basics are getting done. But essentially it sometimes feels like I'm burning out maybe, and sometimes I keep telling myself, okay, at least you improve yourself in some sector that might not have been that good a week back or 2 weeks back. But I don't know, it's just the improvement, overall improvement feels so little, not assuring enough that I keep questioning myself. Is it enough or do I need to like absolutely change everything that I'm doing or maybe I'm doing something wrong and I just don't find it wrong and somebody I need to tell me that, okay, look, you're doing this wrong and you have to do it this way, that way.
Okay. Now you have given a generalist idea of what you want to convey. But
Yeah.
let me ask, is it that being from Assam and now studying in Chennai an issue? Is that the problem that you're facing that you're not able to adjust in this place?
No, sir, I won't say that.
So,
It's not about,
what is it that, what is unsettling you? Because if I know the reason, I can give you a better solution than the generic solution.
right, sir. I would say, okay, let me be very specific. What happened is actually I was staying in the college hostel until May month. And I just shifted out of the college hostel a month back, which is in June, on the 1st of June.
Mm.
And I have had a rough map, a mind map of what I should be doing before I already shifted out. I had pretty much a rough mind map. Okay, I'll wake up at this time. I'll do this series of works would be there, and I'll have to complete it by a certain time to be able to complete all the tasks within a day. But external factors sometimes, let's say unavailability of some commodity, or let's say the electricity goes off, or for example, if I had to find something for a purpose and that is not available, so that somehow starts contributing to the like you're having to put more time into some task that was supposed to take much lesser time, and now it stresses me out. Okay, now my calculations gone all wrong. So
Okay.
now it starts affecting the next day itself.
Yeah, I understand. I can get it. What I'll recommend is I'll give you a rough, solution so that it works out for almost everyone.
Right.
And other than this, you need to talk to me separately, right? Because I want to understand the specific issues that you're facing, so that I can give you some solution, right? So, for all of you, If you have any stress, don't live with that stress. You should always, of course, you have to have an accountability partner. But you know, that person is also sailing in the same boat. He or she may push you, motivate you, run along with you, but may not be able to give a solution for certain things that is overwhelming at your age. So it is always important to have a mentor. A mentor in every walk of life, if you can find one, it will always be helpful. Because have had many mentors, I still have many mentors. For my army preparation itself, there were few mentors who helped me out. I have some spiritual mentors. I have some, mentors who I go to when I am stuck in deep trouble. So that way you have somebody to guide you because you cannot live life fully and then learn things. There is a saying, I don't know which country the saying is, I remember it. It says experience is something like a comb that you get after your head goes bald. So if you have to learn everything yourself, then life will be over. The best thing is to have mentors, find out people whom you trust, whom you think will be able to help you, guide you. And of course, I have been, mentoring, I've been counseling students like you for various issues. If there are any, you can contact me also. That's why I say I want to speak to you personally. Right?
Right, sir.
Having a mentor is one thing. And in case in the meanwhile you are not able to find a mentor, the next best thing is reading books. Thousands of people have undergone full lives doing certain things, learning, and even teaching. And all these millions of hours of experience by another millions of people have been condensed and put in the shape of books. Start reading books. That's the reason I keep telling you people reading habit is the most important quality of a leader. You check any person who has been successful in life, he or she would be a reader. So start with self-help books. I have done the same. Before I met my mentors, books were my mentors. I used to search for books which promise to give me solutions in that particular context. I'll give an example. My eyesight was a bit weak when I was in school. So in the class 10, 11, and 12, I used to wear spectacles. But I realized that wearing a spectacle is not something stylish because that time I really thought wearing a spectacle is stylish. Only few people wear it. So since I was detected with a little bit of myopia, the doctor prescribed, I happily started wearing a pair of spectacles. Then I realized it's actually a hassle. Having a spectacle, keeping it somewhere, cleaning it may break, you may forget it, lot of problems. It becomes a hassle. It's an additional attachment on your body. I started learning about how to get your eyesight right. I read many books. I asked people. And through the books, I came to know that there is a person. There was a person. He's no more. His name is Dr. William H. Bates. Bates. William Bates. Note this down. He has developed something called the Bates method to improve your eyesight. And I came to know that certain institutions in India are offering that training. That is how I landed up in the School for Perfect Eyesight in Arvindo Ashram in Pondicherry, which is now called as Puducherry. So I went to Puducherry. They run week-long courses from Tuesday to Sunday. Monday is a holiday. And they teach you certain exercises with which you can reduce your eye power. It worked for me. I practiced it there. Then I continued that practice for some time. My eye power got zero and I got rid of my glasses. So here there was a problem with my eyesight. I didn't know where to find out. I just started with books. I started searching. Is there any book regarding eyesight? Is there any one was written about how to improve your eyesight? Then I found it. Same way, you people also need to search whatever problem you have. You need to search for solutions. Mentors not available, or even if mentors are available, books will help you gain more knowledge about the same problem. Okay. Although this is not a specific solution to your specific problem, I am giving a journalistic idea as to how you need to tackle issues in life.
Right, sir.
Because some wise men say that each one of us has been given a different question paper in life by God. Your question paper is different from mine. So the solution which you may apply is likely to be different from the solution which I may apply. So it is unique. If you go and search for the solution to the problem, you are more likely to succeed quickly. Because at your age or even at a younger age, there were certain issues which used to plague my mind. I was so scared, I was so tense. I'll give you another example in my own life. In school, there used to be this occasion once in a year where there is an inspection. Some officers from the education department would come to the school, go to each and every classroom, speak to the students, ask them certain questions, and evaluate the kind of teaching, the level of teaching, quality of teaching that is being imparted in that school. The moment this date comes, you find stress in the faces of all teachers. Oh my God, inspection is coming. The whole school will be like as if they have seen a horror movie. Everybody is stressed, starting from the principal, the teacher, to the safai karmachari. Everyone gets tense. And that tension sticks on to the students. The teacher comes and tells, that inspection, they will come. They'll ask a question to any of you. Any question may be asked. You need to know everything. If you don't answer, see what's going to happen. So that fear sticks on to the students. You are scared. Oh my God, inspection. Actually, it's the school's inspection. It's not the student's inspection. But you get so scared that it's there in your mind. Oh my God, there's the inspection. Next month, the inspection is going to come. Which question is going to be asked? I don't know. Which subject should I study, prepare? The whole environment gets stressed. And the day of that inspection comes. You are told to dress neatly, your best dress, and the shoes properly polished. You sit properly in the class, no sound since morning. Students can't keep silent. Whenever you get together, you have to speak, you have to shout, you have to make merry. But that one day, all students are made to sit silent. So keep sitting. And the inspection starts. Everybody's heart is pounding. Oh my God, what is going to happen? Every class, every teacher, every staff, the students are sitting. What's going to happen? As if that some kind of a devil is going to come and eat you all. So finally, some ladies and gentlemen come. They come with a smiling face. They come in. Okay, see that? Oh, class now. Okay, good. So make one student. Okay, you stand up. What's your name? Okay, you're so and so. Okay, good. Are you happy? So you don't know what to say. Yes, sir, I'm happy. Okay, good. Well done. Thank you. They leave. For this few seconds of interaction where nothing happened, the whole environment was stressed for 1 month. Why was it so? It was because nobody understood a rule of life. Note this down. This will be useful to you as well. This rule of life says that 90% or more of the fears you have in life never even come. 90% of the time, these things do not matter in the long run. That time in school, I was so scared. See, now I'm laughing at it. Because that time I was in a situation, all my friends were of the same age, same temperament, everything. Even collectively, we could not find a solution for the stress. Nobody told us this is not a thing to be stressed. Don't worry, jo hoga ho jayega. But we didn't know that. But now I can laugh at it. Now I've realized that 90% of my fears in life never come true. So this is a point for all of you. You may have so many stresses today: financial situation, family condition, your education situation, joblessness, the uncertainty in clearing the SSB interview. A lot of things. There are people who are so scared, so tense, worrying whether India will win the match today. There are people like that. What to talk about other, more difficult situations that may arise in your life. So always take problems in the positive side. Again, I'll tell you another thing which you need to note down, which I follow. Anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay, when you face a problem, ask yourself, am I going to die? If yes, then no problem. If no, then you're learning something. You're getting stronger. So whatever problems you have, one is have a mentor who can guide you. And I'll be happy to guide you people in case you want. And of course, my time is quite premium. Still, any of the serious issues, I can definitely give my 2 cents on that and try to help you come out of that. And the other option is to have a reading habit. Start reading today. You will be better human beings. You will be more successful human beings. And you will thank me lifelong for this knowledge which I have given you today. I keep telling you people, I always speak from my own experience. I try things. I have failed in many. But every failure which I have faced, I have taken a lesson from it and tried to make my life better with that lesson. In my last class, I told you, by the time I reached class 12, I had already tried 2 businesses, miserably failed in one, partly succeeded in another. Okay, at the age of 10 or 11, I was in 5th class. I had opened a shop with kites. I was good at making kites, handmade kites. And I was good at making the thread with manja. So I thought maybe this will get me some pocket money. Let me open a shop. I made about 10, 20 kites, made a lot of balls of manja thread, and I kept it on display thinking that somebody would come and buy. Unfortunately, no one bought it. Okay, that's my experience of starting a business at the age of 11. So don't be afraid of getting into anything. Afraid of not doing anything. Be afraid of not doing anything. Be scared of your own lethargy, where you dip yourself, immerse yourself in the digital world watching reels, this, that, and all, thinking that you're learning. You're not learning. Unless you do things yourself, physically, the best, word is offline, your life is not going to improve. Right? And you said one thing which, again, I need to give you a solution for. You say lack of energy. Right?
Right, sir.
Lack of energy happens because of you trying to manage your time. When you think your time management is poor, you feel lack of energy. Actually, there is no term called time management. Can you manage time? Can you stop time for 5 minutes? You cannot. Time
No,
keeps
sir.
ticking. Time and tide never stop for anyone. So you can't manage time. You can manage yourself against the time. And to manage yourself against time, you need to manage your energy. Energy management will give you all the rewards. How do you manage your energy? I'll give you a typical youngster's life. You wake up at 10 a.m., your class is at 10:15. Within that 15 minutes, you complete the whole schedule of the morning and run. Before running, you realize that your clothes are not pressed, socks have not been washed, and you say, oh my God, okay, give me whatever. You wear something, then you run. Say you have to catch a bus or you have to take a motorcycle to college, then you rush. Halfway through, you realize that you forgot your helmet, you're riding without helmet. Then again, you're scared if some policeman would catch you. You just reach the class, the lecturer has just entered before you. Then you don't know what to do. You say, yes, ma'am, sorry, ma'am, just can I? You get in. And thus, that state of disturbance remains all through the day. And every negative situation you face, every stressful situation you face, your energy drains out little by little. That's the reason when you come back from college, you don't do anything, you just lie on the bed and say, I'm tired, I've had a long day. No, the day wasn't long. The day was normal. Your energy levels were getting drained by all these unwanted activities. Then the cycle continues. You come, then you eat breakfast at lunchtime, lunch during dinner time, and dinner during midnight. Order some Swiggy and have something. Keep watching the various the great Gyan videos which come, and then you sleep at 2. The cycle continues. Unless you break this cycle, you will be much more troubled day by day. You have to break the cycle. Okay, how do you break the cycle? Whatever I'm going to tell now, if you just blindly do it, within a week, you will be a top performing person. But you have to do it blindly. No excuses. Don't tell me, sir, this, that, nothing. Are you going to die by doing this? No, you're not going to die. The first thing is sleep early. I know half of you will get heart attack when I say this. Sir, how can we? Our day starts at 10 p.m. So many calls, so many messages, likes we have to do. Then at 1 o'clock, I suddenly remember that tomorrow there is an assignment, so I have to do that also. Isn't it? Nothing is impossible. Try it. If you sincerely try it, you can do it. And this kind of a will is required for a candidate who wants to appear in SSB interview. Without this, you will not succeed at all. So first thing is sleep early. You may ask, sir, I've never slept early. What will I do? The best solution for sleeping early is reading. Whenever you lift a book, don't you sleep? At least use the book to get you sleep to start with. Read something. Stop using the digital devices at least 2 hours before you sleep. You cannot keep continuously using it and hope to sleep because you know the blue light effect, which due to which your sleep cycle is disturbed. Right. So stop using digital devices 2 hours before. You should have eaten your dinner 2 hours before you sleep. That's also a condition because the food freshly consumed will keep all your systems active, not let you sleep. So when you have your dinner 2 hours before, by that time you go to sleep, it would have been generally settled. The energy guzzling process of the stomach would have subsided, and it is easy for you to sleep. Right? This is one. Next, you may ask, sir, I sleep okay, I sleep early, but I sleep like a log. Even if an elephant comes and kicks me, I won't wake up in the morning. What do I do? That's the next problem, right? Yeah. For that, there is something called a water therapy. Drink some water and see what time that water wakes you up. If it wakes you up as late as daily, that means you need to drink more water. If you target 5 o'clock and you wake up at 3, that means you have to reduce your water intake. Right? The next thing is catch hold of a friend who is an early riser. Check out if there is someone there who wakes up early. Some stupid chap who everybody says, ye to pagal hai, this guy, he wakes up, he doesn't sleep only, he wakes up so early, creates trouble everywhere. Find that friend. That friend is the most precious. Ask him or her to wake you up. Because alarms don't work. We are very good in switching off alarms, right? So alarms don't work. Water will work. Okay. Say you have woken up early in the morning. I will recommend at least 5 o'clock. You wake up at 5, spend half an hour or so in your morning routine, clear your bowels, brush, wash your face, feel fresh. And the next activity is the most important thing because that is the activity which will charge your batteries for the whole day. Do some activity, running or playing, where you will sweat like a dog. And after you sweat, you will feel that the whole day has got more time. The task which you were not able to do, even with 2 3 hours time, you will finish the task in 10 minutes. Why? It's because your batteries are charged up in the morning. Even if you forget something, even you have a bad day in college, still you will not feel disturbed because you already have so much of energy stored in you with the morning routine. So even if that energy gets spent through the day, it is still okay. By the time you come back home, you will still have a lot of energy to do things. Try this out. Energy management will solve most of your problems. Take it from me. But do it sincerely and do it regularly. And some kind of a breathing practice in the morning. It's mandatory. Don't ask me why, because this topic of breathing practice itself is a full 1 hour class which I teach. But now I can't take that much time. I'm just telling you, just do it. Don't see the logic. Don't feel lazy about doing it. Just do it diligently, continuously. You will feel better. Okay? Now, for your specific problem, you talk to me later.
Sir, sure, sir.
Okay. Right? Okay. Who was the other one who raised the hand?
So I raised my
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah. Yes, Karthik.
Sir, but from from your few minutes discussion it was clear, sir.
Okay, it's already clear.
Yes,
Out
sir.
of curiosity, I'm asking, what is that problem? What was the issue that you wanted to share with me?
Yes, sir. So I was being more likely in the imaginary world than in the real world, sir.
What does it mean? Imaginary means like you keep thinking about future, or you immerse yourself into the digital device and think about
Yes, sir.
that.
Likely that. Likely being more
Digital
likely.
world.
Yes, sir.
See, guys, you have to get out of this. This is a pandemic. It's a disease. Try to understand that.
Yes, sir.
If you want to do well in life, you have to get out of this digital addiction. No other option. So, how many of you took that challenge? Rakshana, Inivel. Okay. Hope that challenge is going on fine. In case you are not, continuously doing it, hold it up and restart it. Okay, it's for your good. Get rid of your mobile devices. Stop learning through videos. Stop learning through podcasts or audiobooks. Get real books, real hard copy books, and start reading. That will save you. Otherwise, this is not going to help you. This digital world is going to ruin you. Remember this. Okay. Okay. Hands down. Who has got the next question? Or everyone hands down? Yeah. Anyone with any question? Time is 9:20. Yeah, Kumar.
Sir, sir, the late night dinner will affect our sleep. Means if I eat anything afternoon in lunch, but I get a sleep in earlier in that time, sir. How can I avoid that?
Afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what I do. You just follow that. Okay. See, what happens is when you have food, it goes into the stomach, and that food has to be churned like a mixie, right? And then only it gets digested. That mixie, churns it so well, and after that, the intestine starts absorbing the nutrients from that. Now, digestion happens in the stomach. Are you aware that there is a process called pre-digestion? Are you aware? How many of you are aware? Raise your hands. What is pre-digestion? Yes, Harish. What is it?
Sir, excretion.
Sorry, excretion.
Yes, sir.
No. Who is the other one? Sarang.
So more acid is generated in the stomach, sir.
No, Bharanidharan.
Sir, chewing of food, sir. Mouth.
Yes. Yes, that is pre-digestion.
And sir, it happens in our mouth.
Yes. Right. See, our stomach does not have teeth. The food which goes into the stomach has to be properly ground and mixed with saliva. So our stomach does not have teeth. The teeth are in our mouth. When you eat food, you have to chew it well, grind it into tiny particles. And those particles will have to be mixed with saliva because the saliva has got lot of chemicals which are helping in digestion. So what happens is when we eat, we keep watching TV, we keep speaking to people, we keep thinking, eat something, or you are in a hurry, you eat fast. So what happens is without pre-digestion, the food particles are thrown into the stomach. And the stomach is expecting fully particulated, small, very small pieces of food particles that it can digest and take the nutrients out. Instead, what you are doing is you throw big chunks inside the stomach without chewing, without the saliva mixed with it. The enzymes which are there in the saliva are those meant to digest that food. When you send it inside without all these, your stomach struggles to digest it. So what happens is it tells your brain, please send more blood. I need more energy. I need more effort to digest this. So what the brain does is it reduces the blood supply to all other parts of your body and supplies it to the stomach so that that digestion can happen. When this happens, you feel sleepy after food. So how to overcome it? First thing is chew the food properly. And like Ayurveda says, you have to chew it 24 times. Every morsel of food should be chewed 24 times before you swallow it. That is one. Second rule is eat less. Whenever you feel you can have another cup of rice, you still have space for another cup of rice. You still have space for another chapati. Whenever you feel that, that is when you have to stop. You should not take that thing which is there because then you're filling it to the brim. You have to leave some space. See, there is a water bottle. If you leave some space in the water bottle, if you shake it, it can be very well mixed, right? What happens if you fill the water till the cap? You can't shake it. Same with the stomach. Leave some space and eat less. Chew properly. You will be able to digest food even without having that heavy feeling. You will feel comfortable, not feel anything at all, like food, right? However, of course, your situation, you are working, right? So your situation might be different. Your work schedule might be stressful. So for you, I would recommend after food, always take a 5 minutes rest. I do it every day, whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I sit and eat. After eating, I just sit in a chair, close my eyes, and just wait for 5 minutes. Even the little, heavy effect that you have after having food, that will go, you will feel fresh. And I'm making the point even now. During lunchtime, if you come to my office will be locked from inside. I don't allow anybody to come in during my lunchtime. I don't attend any calls. Rather, I put my phone in silent mode, have food, and then for 5 minutes to 10 minutes, I just sit, close my eyes, and sit like this. When you come out of this after 10 minutes, you're so fresh. You've seen that movie, right? Munnabai MBBS, Vasoor Raja MBBS. What that professor does, a lot of people, show it as a comedy, but he's a wise man. After food, he takes rest. It's mandatory. A little bit of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes you need. It's called a power nap. Why is it called a power nap? It gives you a lot of power after that. You get ready for the rest of the day's work. You feel quite energetic. Okay? Yeah, right. So who has got the next question? Bharani. Yeah. Are you the one who joined today? Yeah, you had joined today, right? Because there's another Bharani.
Yes, sir, I have joined.
Yeah, what's your question?
Sir, no, sir, I have raised hand for answering before pushing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, right. So we've already covered the answer. Okay, Neha.
Sir, in normal day routine, when we have fixed a target, like if we have to spend 3 hours to complete the task, and if we are taking more time, like for completing the task, 3 hours has been allotted, but I take extra time, and because of that, I get exhausted and I can't go to the next task. So it spoils my day, and because of that, my thing gets spoiled and I can't focus more on that, sir. Like for
Okay,
related exam preparation also.
okay, right. Has anybody read a book called 4 Hour Work Week? Anyone? No. Right, okay. Google the name of the author who has written that book, 4 Hour Work Week. Okay, it's okay if you're not able to find out, it's fine. In this book, the author gives a nice, way out for such kind of a problem. I'll share it with you. You guys can try. Yeah, Tim Ferriss. Okay. Right, Tim Ferriss writes a lot of books after experimenting things on himself. He does it himself and he gives a solution. Okay. He gives a solution for this problem. He says take a mini holiday in case you are getting exhausted between tasks. What is a mini holiday? Not that you just move out, go on a picnic and come back. Sit in a place comfortably, close your eyes, visit your favorite destination. It could be a beach, it could be a jungle, it could be Pattaya, it could be USA, Nile River, wherever. Close your eyes, just visit that place mentally. Imagine as if you've gone there. If you've gone there, memories. If you've not, just imagine that I have gone to a place. Okay, I am flying, landing, going to Bali, entering that area. It's all beautiful, the beach, so beautiful, clean beaches. 5 minutes, and then come back. You will feel fresh for the next task. Okay, Neha.
Yes,
It is not wrong to take more time for the decided work. It happens. Don't feel guilty about that. Be kind on yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. If you committed a mistake, it's okay. Only thing you should remember is you don't repeat that mistake. And try to take this mini holiday. Check it out and let me know in the next class.
sure, sir.
Very useful. Very useful. I've done it. Whenever I'm exhausted, I'm stressed, and I don't have energy, I sit and recollect. I am a traveler. I keep traveling to a lot of places. So I keep, thinking about a particular place which I visited. Whether it could be UK, it could be Dubai, it could be our own country, Kashmir, or Leh, Ladakh, something like that. It gives you a lot of energy. So take a mini holiday whenever you are exhausted mentally as well as physically. Right? Okay. Anyone else? Right. I think no one has got a question. Right. So before we end this today's session, my advice to you all is don't be stressed. You're not going to die of the situation. It could be anything: failure in an exam, financial problem, family problem, relationship problem, anything. Don't be stressed. Find a mentor, preferably somebody who you know, who can confide on, somebody who you can be sure that the person will not use it against you. Remember this always. Whenever you share your own secrets with people, you should share it with such people who will not use it against you, because secrets and problems shared with unworthy people always come back to haunt you. Especially people who are of your age, people who are sailing in the same boat as you are. Remember this. Nandakumar has got a lot of experience, I think.
So I think that's one of the prime reasons why I end up keeping my mouth shut.
Don't worry, you don't have to keep the mouth shut. You have to selectively open your mouth. Okay. Yeah, that is when mentors will come in handy. Because mentors are trained people. Mentors have already crossed that age and those experiences have already been, gained by them. So they will not judge you. They will look at it from a holistic view. When you are in a problem, it's actually a maze. Whichever side you go, you find that wall is blocked. You don't have the way out. You ask your friend or a classmate or anyone who is of your same age or comparable age, that person is also in the maze. So he or she will not be able to give you a correct solution. They may give you some solution, it may not work. However, a mentor has crossed all these things and is looking at the maze from a higher level. So when he looks down, he can see where is the way in this maze, where does this person need to go, and he will tell you the route. Okay, take this route to get out. So have a mentor. Okay. No stress. You should not take stress. After becoming officers, you should give stress to the enemy. Looking at you, listening to your name, the enemy should shiver. That is how stress should work for you. Right?